Lowell Highby. I've been involved in the pageant for 16 years. In real life, I'm part of the Lutherans for Life, a ministry, and I'm in communications. And as part of that, I'm able to help the pageant out by doing their program for a number of years, which is enjoyable and fun. I first saw the pageant in its inaugural year, which was 1978, and I saw it in the gym, which was super heated and hot, but it was a great show, and enjoyed going to the pageant for many years after that. And finally, around 1988, I decided to try out and see what would develop, and I was in it from 88 to 91. Then I moved away for work, came back to the area in the summer of 2013 and decided to do the pageant again, and have been at it ever since for a total of 16 years, and I've played a number of parts. Most often Dr. Robert Hoyt, but also James Kennedy and Amasa Tower and Elias Beadle and Lafayette Beadle, and maybe another part or two. Mr. Hansen, one year, had to fill in for somebody. So it's been great. It's one of the few things in life that you can do and be outside with people from the age of less than 1 to retirement age, and it's just a great event to be a part of. This hasn't happened too often, but I ended up from 2013 meeting a couple kids and getting connected with a family in town, and ended up adopting 3 daughters that were all in the pageant. That is not the normal process of being in the pageant. As my son Alex, who I adopted from Russia, did the pageant with me in 2013, and he had an onstage part, which wasn't really his thing, but the set crew took him under their wings, and it went with Alex from, do we have to go to practice, to can we go early? So he found his niche with the set crew for a few years and enjoyed it. And one year in 2014, I had a foster daughter. I was living in Iowa, but I was up for the summer, and I had a foster daughter who was petrified of even going on stage. But she went from that to dancing in the child dance with just a lot of energy and enjoyment. So it was a really good thing for her. Well, back in the first go-around, the first 4 years, I was Dr. Hoyt, and at that time, the actors would sometimes be allowed to drive the buggy, and I almost ran over the girl who was playing Laura that year, but she fortunately got out of the way quick enough, so no harm was done. It doesn't happen so much anymore, but back in the day, the set crew would play tricks on people. Like one time I went out to do the Blind Mary scene with my doctor's bag, and I opened it up, and this is during a show, and the doctor's bag with my stethoscope and everything was filled with empty beer cans. And so I was trying to sort through the empty beer cans to get my stethoscope without making a huge racket. But it's all in good fun. And I guess one year they nailed the doc's bag to the buggy, so when he got out, he was trying to pull. It wasn't me, but it was a prior actor, and but it was all in good fun. Right. And backstage is very enjoyable. I mean, that's part of the reason people keep doing the pageant, is the fun backstage. Just socializing with people and getting ready, and the energy of the show nights and so on. It's just a great time. And I highly recommend it if you want to get involved in the community. Even though it does take a chunk of your summer, it's a good use of the summer. Well, we have a very nice program compared to what you get at some events. It's a 32-page booklet, full color, and it highlights the story of the Ingalls family, and also has a schedule of local events, along with bios of the different characters and pictures of the actors and a listing of their names and the set crew. It's not a whole new program every year, but there's a lot of updating that takes place with different actors in different years. So it takes quite a bit of time to put it together and get it ready for the printer. But I think the final result is highly anticipated among the cast and crew. One extra bonus of being in the Wilder pageant has been meeting stars from the TV show Little House on the Prairie. They're a nice group of people. They work hard. They're fun, entertaining, and people really enjoy seeing them. It brings back a lot of memories for people. And it's a little surreal at times meeting some of them because you watched them when you were a kid, when the show was on originally. And here you are in Walnut Grove talking to, for example, Lucy Lee Flippin. And it's just fun to meet them and talk to them. And they really appreciate the fan base that is part of the Laura Ingalls Wilder story. And it's a great bonus to being in the pageant. But no, it's just been one of the great experiences of my life being a part of the pageant. I mean, it's a lot of time and commitment, but you meet some great people of all ages, and you carry away a lot of memories and a lot of enjoyable remembrances from being in the pageant. I mean, of course, with anything, there's bumps along the way, but overall, it's just been tremendous.